love you, Arizona. Your mountains, deserts.
Welcome back to MC Shaving for another Shave America video. Today's state is Arizona. You heard the state song, I Love You, Arizona. Now, Arizona is one of two U.S. states, Hawaii being the other, which didn't observe daylight savings. During 1784, Ben Franklin suggested moving clocks forward so people could take advantage of the extra evening daylight rather than wasting energy on lighting. It wasn't until 1918 in World War I when Europe and the U.S. adopted daylight savings. After the war, it was abolished at the request of the farmers who were losing an hour of morning light. That lasted until the start of World War II, when it was permanently reinstated by President Roosevelt, referring to it as wartime. The choice to observe was given to each U.S. state, which created chaos. So in 1966, Congress enacted the Uniform Time Act, which would run from the first Sunday of April until the last Sunday of October. The last amendment to the Uniform Act came from President George W. Bush in 2005 when he extended daylight savings to be the second Sunday of March through the first Sunday of November. Now, there has been discussions as of late to doing away with daylight savings altogether, but that's still in litigation and nothing has been decided. I also want to point out that Arizona is home to the majority of the Navajo Nation, which is the largest Native American reservation in the U.S. The Navajo Nation covers 27,000 square miles of Arizona, Utah, and New Mexico, larger than 10 of America's 50 states. The Navajo Nation's Arizona Territory is also home to the first ever college established by and for the Native American community. The facility was founded in 1968 as Navajo Community College and is presently known as Dene College. Now, in their native tongue, Dene means the people. Now, for the scents that Arizona has, it was orange and lime, and we chose to go with lime for today's shave. And we have a perfect soap for that, which is Crabtree and Evelyn West Indian Lime. And this is a wonderful soap. Has a good scent. The stamp on the front of it is kind of gone, but I will hold it up to the camera so you can see the ingredients. There you go. So it has lime, vetiver, and ginger. And this is a very nice scent. And to go with it, we have the matching Balm, which is West Indian Lime as well. So for a pre-shave, just going to throw some water on the face. I don't have too much growth. I've been testing some of the online streaming capabilities, so I'm just going to put a little bit of pre-shave on. We're using, where is it? There it is. There we go. American Crew. Nice. Little pre-shave. All right, let's rinse the hand off. Get the oil off of the hands. For the post-shave, we're going to use Dickinson's Witch Hazel. This has tea tree oil in it. And then we're going to top it off with some Skin Bracer Aftershave. Now for the equipment, we are using the Hagen 110 brass razor. And inside we have a DORCO blade. This is from Vietnam. Now I know the DC Shaves has a Hagen razor, and he says that he doesn't get the greatest shaves out of it. Mine is actually a little bit aggressive, and I found the best blades to use in it are mild blades. So my Wilkinson Sword Saloon Pack from India and my ST300 Platinum DORCO blades react the best in here. And I just say, you know, practice with it. I know that he's fairly new to wet shaving, so use a mild blade in yours and just try the different angles. Maybe you're just a little bit off. You got to be careful, at least with this one anyway. You could see the overhang of the blade does stick out, so you have to be aware that the overhang is there. And then as a brush for today, we're going to use, soaking in the Constellation mug over here, the Green Ray from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is the Tribble knot, which is a mix between a bulb and a fan knot. It's a synthetic. It's dark like horsehair brush, however, it is a synthetic knot. So we're just going to take it and we're going to load from the bowl. And I hope all of you are doing well. Up here in western New York, the sun is peeking through the clouds. The temperature is coming up a little bit. We do get snow and we get cold weather, so when the sun peaks and the weather turns, we all want to get out, but unfortunately we can't do that. We're all under quarantine. A lot of the spillover from New York City is being shipped to the hospitals across the state. So we are getting some overflow up here in the Buffalo area. It's just images you never thought that you would see. There's a lot happening in New York, and my thoughts and prayers go out to all the families affected, and I hope that we can quickly come to a resolution and develop a cure, vaccine to lessen the effects, something. Now, using this brush, it doesn't feel different than any of the other brushes because of the knot that's in it. It is nice and soft. Now, this is a little bit pasty. Just going to put the application on and hit it with the old mister and mix up a nice lather. There's one gentleman that I watch, other than the DC Shaves, and his dad, John Shaves 101. Nice bunch of guys from the UK. Thanks for the praise and the well wishes for us New Yorkers. I reciprocate and hope everything is well in England. I know that David from the DC Shaves had contracted corona and he's on the mend now, doing well, making videos again. But the gentleman that I watch is in the Army, and his channel is Shave 326. And he works in a hospital. I don't know if he's a doctor or what. I think he's a doctor, but I know he's in the medical field. And on his most recent video, he was talking about the military and how they do stations when they treat a patient. You know, if you're out abroad in a war zone somewhere, you're going to be treated immediately, but it's not going to be, you know, surgery and everything else. You're going to be stabilized, and you're going to be shipped to another location where you have the surgery, and then you're going to be shipped to a third location, ultimately ending back up here in the US if you're abroad for recovery. And the way he explained the stations and the transfer of patients from stage to stage was real interesting, and insight into our military and how they deal with things. And he was telling that story because the boat that recently docked in New York, people thought it would be equipped to handle it from start to finish, and I guess it's not supposed to be like that. But it was real interesting hearing him talk about it, so I encourage you to go check out his channel. All right, so let's get on with the first pass. Yeah. Preshave helps too, if you have an aggressive razor or if you're developing your skill, etc. Helps with the glide. Good soap helps too. Yeah, very nice. Of course I got those. Ha, yep, pimples. I was just talking about it too. And I felt it. I tell you, I am prepared with the styptic. Ironically, that allows me to talk about another item that the DC Shaves had raised recently. I'm sure a lot of people know this already, but for new shavers, the styptic pencil has the properties to treat weepers, items that bleed like that. Look, I see it's already gone and stopped. Now, alum, a lot of people use as well, but that's made up of different properties. Alum actually is used to treat razor burn, redness, irritation, those sorts of things. Bumps. It's not really meant to treat weepers or nicks. So that's just a quick 101 education on the difference between the nick stick, the styptic pencil, and alum. Alright, just going to do a quick rinse here. Got it all over my collar. There we go. Very nice. Pull the stopper on the sink. Yeah. We'll refill some water in there. And we'll get to lathering for the second pass. I think we're only going to do 2 passes today. This is a lovely scented soap. Good slickness. Well, the brush is performing quite nicely. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's give you some more information about Arizona. Oh, there we go. I need to get my notes back. Okay. So Arizona has a site that contains a meteor crater that is over 50,000 years old. The impact site is the best preserved meteor crater on Earth. The meteorite is nickel iron and estimated about 160 feet, which is 50 meters across. Upon impact, the crater has a diameter of 3,900 feet with a depth of 560 feet. Its walls are 148 feet high. Experts indicate the bulk of the meteor vaporized during descent through the atmosphere, but here's a pic of the crater. Now, if you like McDonald's, there is a unique McDonald's in Arizona that has turquoise arches. The Sedona officials thought yellow clashed with the natural red rock, so they came up with turquoise. Here's a picture of that McDonald's. Now, if you like different cuisine, then maybe you'd be turned on to the Sonoran hot dog. It's believed to have been created in Tucson, Arizona. The local favorite is a bacon-wrapped hot dog served on a crispy bun topped with pinto beans, chopped onions, tomatoes, and jalapenos. Lay around some mustard and mayonnaise, and you have a complete Sonoran experience. To me, that's a big hot. That's big. There's a lot going on there. Now, if you're into fishing, the Apache trout can be found in the waters of Arizona State's White Mountain Range and nowhere else in the world. So if you like trout fishing, head up to the White Mountain Range and catch yourself some Apache. Cool. All right. Oh, all our water seemed to have drained. I think the stopper wasn't down all the way. All right, well, while that fills, we'll go about our second pass. Sorry about all the noise. There we go. Just need a little bit of water to clean the razor off. I got the window open because it's nice out. You can probably hear some grass cutters going. I've been thinking about doing that myself, just to get out of the house. Our yard could use it. So we'll stay busy and pass the time doing that. Now, believe it or not, up in our neck of the woods here, they did say Thursday we have the possibility of snow. So we don't want to exactly put the snow blower away just yet, but oh, another little nick there. See, even I get them, Dave. This razor is sometimes not friendly. But a 2-pass shave works real good. Okay, let's do a quick rinse. A little bit on the collar. That's all right. That cleans up. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's give you some final thoughts about Arizona. In 1968, the original London Bridge was sold to American businessman Robert McCulloch, systematically broken into a number of pieces, transported to California, and then trucked to Arizona's Lake Havasu City, where it was reconstructed and stands today. So here's pics of the bridge, the original London Bridge, reconstructed in Arizona. If you think that's pretty cool, here's a couple tourist things that you can do. So if you ever wanted to skydive during vacation, you can go to Skydive Arizona. It's located between Phoenix and Tucson. It's the largest skydiving center in the world, averaging approximately 135,000 jumps a year. Here's a link. I'll put it right here in the video, and you could also see the description under the video, where you can go to watch some video on it and get some more information if you're into skydiving. And secondly, if you're interested in taking a really cool trip to the Grand Canyon, you can visit thetrain.com. It's right here, thetrain.com. Now, the Grand Canyon is a river valley in the Colorado Plateau. The canyon is known for its visually overwhelming size and its intricate and colorful landscape. Geologically, it is significant because of the thick sequence of ancient rocks that are well preserved and exposed in the walls of the canyon. These rock layers record much of the early geologic history of the North American continent. A family fun event is the Grand Canyon Railway. Starting in Williams, Arizona, it travels 64 miles to the south rim of the Grand Canyon National Park. And the Grand Canyon Railway is something that we did as a family a number of years ago, and it's pretty cool. They have breakfast cars, and they have strolling musicians. Just putting some witch hazel on now, a little bit of tea tree, and it's really neat. Williams is a little town, and they have it's set up like an old western where you can go to the saloon, you can watch some dancing shows, and they have like western style shops. It's really cool. And then you catch the train at the train depot, and then you head out. And there's nice scenery all along the way. It's a way to experience train rides back in the day. And then on the way back, you know, for the safety of the actors, they have a train robbery. So you have a sheriff roaming through the cars, and the train actually comes to a stop. But you got bad guys that ride up, they get on the train, and, you know, they pull out their, you know, cap pistols. It's really cool. All right. Crabtree and Evelyn, Balm. West Indian Lime Balm. Very smooth. I would say pretty much BBS. Nice scent, very calming. Very nice. All right. Now, let's hit it with some Skin Bracer. Very nice. Pairs well with the West Indian Lime soap. And that is our Arizona shave. So I hope I was able to bring all of you some entertainment. I know that we're all going stir crazy with this quarantine, but thanks to all of you putting out content, and appreciate all the subscribers coming back to watch my stuff. Go check out some of the channels I had mentioned again. Shave 326, the DC Shaves. You got John Shaves 101, and there's a number of other wet shavers that all of those channels even mentioned. So take some time and browse the wonderful videos that are out there. Good education, and again, thanks for stopping by. Hope you become a subscriber. Leave some comments, and we'll talk to you in the next shave. Bye bye.
Dust on the wind, the sage and cactus are blooming.